Alright, testing 1, 2. Are we up? Looks like yes. Oh, it's been a while. The hair's a mess right now. Um, Jeez. None of the stuff that I have here is working. Uh, Hang on. Okay, I think we should. Nope, that's a small screen. Where is it? Where is it? What the hell? Okay, there we go. Okay, I didn't. Okay, I need to mute this real quick. Alright. Well, it's windbag season. And with it being a windbag season, well, any of my members, you know what to do. If we get a big time severe thunderstorm one, we got a 70-mile-per-hour storm, but there is a chance that a couple of these could make it to about 75 plus. Once we get to that territory, that's when the windbag emojis come into play. Hey, Mark. So more or less, we're just waiting to see how things progress throughout the evening. I don't expect this one to be a long duration event, but you know, these always can be a bit of a wild card. Hey, Renita. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm just kind of I'm relaxing right now for the most part. Still trying to recover. Not doing that. Not tonight. Not tonight. Tomorrow's your big day, BC. Trying to understand exactly what you mean by that. Is it your severe weather risk? Main thing I will be concerned about tomorrow, if anything, will be damaging winds. Ah, Oklahoma. Well, yeah, today it could be a little bit busy over there too. But I guess Oklahoma City for tomorrow. On the bright side, though, as of right now, there's no hatched risk. Okay. Ah, jeez. Oh wow, I didn't realize I didn't realize how out of sorts my bed looks right now. I mean, keep an eye out for things to change because I mean, this setup's been a little bit more on the variable side too. It's kind of a last minute thing. The This whole upgrade to enhanced risk. Originally, I wasn't even planning on streaming this. I was actually working on a video when I started looking at the last, I don't know, maybe like the last couple of hours before I started putting the stream together. I was just working on a regular video to take a look at this week and kind of a little bit further beyond. There's also the tropics. there's not really a whole lot going on there, but there is a 10% area that there is a 10% chance of development over here, which you can see right here in the screen. Not expecting much to occur out of that, but or much to come from that, but either way, just not it's not too concerned with that to where it's like, oh my goodness, I have to prioritize making this video. But let's get some music going here. Forgot about that. Look, if you're gonna play games today, go somewhere else, bro. Go somewhere else. Alright. Let's get the playlist going here. Not a problem. I haven't been around anywhere near as much as I'd like. So there's that. You know why that pink Sharpie's there, and this is not one of those. This is not one of those. Not at all. There we go. Alright, time for you to go. We're not doing this. Hey, G-Bro. Alright, let's get this radar back up. Alright, so to clarify with you guys once again, we're really on the lookout for this at this point for anything that's about 75 mile per hour plus. I'm not really expecting a whole lot in the way of tornadoes. The crappy part about all of this is the fact that we really just don't have any storm chasers that we're able to watch on here. Obviously, I'm not really trying to get in trouble with anyone else, so we're not gonna get in. So obviously, I'm not trying to stream snipe now that I know what it is. So there is that. But if we could get some ground cameras here, that will be awesome. But they're kind of few and far in between for these areas. Not a whole lot to really work with. So it looks like it's going to be one of these radar coverage kind of nights here. We are working to try to get more connections over towards these areas in the future, but like I said, this was kind of an impromptu stream, so just more or less just going, not necessarily going through the motions, but kind of fumbling around, a little bit of scrambling going on here. The interesting thing about these storms is right now they haven't really organized themselves at all. They already have so much wind potential with these. Like I said, this was one of those situations where we actually had what's called an MCV. It's a mesoscale convective vortex. And there's actually a command that we have here. You type in exclamation point MCV, which gives you a brief definition as to what that is. And the thing about MCVs is that these are really hard to forecast. Like, you won't ever know if you're going to end up getting an MCV until maybe the morning, sometimes as brief as maybe a few hours before, which is nuts and almost in a way unfair. Like, geez, Mother Nature, why so angry? But either way, hang on a second. Ah, geez, the Streamlabs bot not working again. Ah, man. I gotta fix Streamlabs bot again. Or my Streamlabs bot. Ah, jeez. This thing's been giving me fits a lot as of late. I don't understand why. Let's go ahead and put this in motion while we're at it. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, brother. Let's try that. Okay. I think I might have it fixed now. Let's try this. There we go. So if you look in chat, you'll see the definition of what an MCV is. And I think this could be the subsequent threat to tomorrow. We'll kind of get into the details of that depending on how things go with the storms tonight. But usually the best way to depict what a MCV looks like is actually to go off of satellite here. To make sure that before we go there, make sure we don't have any new warnings that'll catch us by surprise here. Ah, crap, I forgot that weatherwise does not allow you to do use the satellite in loops here, but I actually can see it. If you look really closely, you can see the area of concern right over here towards New Mexico right now. I see what very clearly would look like a swirl to me right around this region here. And it's on the eastern flank of this is where we've started to get our development here. So where is the marker here? But the area I'm talking about is right up in here. This is where our mesoscale convective vortex, or MCV, is, the center of it. And it's from here where this complex of storms started to fire. Radar, the satellite just did an update. I'm looking forward to when they can have it to where we can move this in a loop here. Like, what's going on here? Have I forgotten how to use weatherwise? So here's our 70 mile per hour severe storm. I think this is the only one we have left. This does have a tornado possible tag, and this is within that 2% area, so we do need to watch this. There is a little bit of an inflow notch over here too, but I'm really thinking that we're going to struggle with outflow dominance over here, so I'm expecting an increase in wind potential here with that outflow beginning to surge out, as you can see with this little area that's popped up right over here. Kind of see the backwards C shape coming into play here. As this continues to go forward, I think that little draw with the inflow notches might close up. If this can recycle, maybe this area off to the north might be the new point of interest. Oh, crap. This fixed up real quick. All right. Alright, so I'm looking at some model data right here. It looks like maybe within the next couple hours is when I would expect the peak to occur here. There's actually quite a bit of energy over here. So we'll watch this area tomorrow. Hey, Mama G. It's good to see you. Yeah, I see all of y'all over there at PA Storm Trackers have been really active lately. Kind of jealous. I'm wanting to get out there. I'm looking forward to when the opportunity shows where I can pop up and start chasing myself. We're finally, excuse me, finally set up. We're just waiting. No, Mark. No, Mark. No one's hoping for a hurricane here. No one's hoping for a hurricane. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love an opportunity to chase, and at this point, for the rest of the year, it seems like the only opportunity would be maybe a hurricane. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen too quickly anyway. The way the overall pattern over the tropics is, I'm kind of leaning against it, but we're probably going to see these models going back and forth due to a number of reasons. But like I said, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I wish I could have been on a chasecation. Maybe next year. Although that kind of falls at a terrible time because it's usually during peak season. I'm definitely needed at work. Season at work here is finally starting to die down, thankfully. So at least at this point, I could maybe make more content here and in other channels too. But for right now, though. Sadly, no chasing for me. The real issue I have is just, my job. Because it kind of varies. The off season stretches sometimes into like mid-June, like it is this year. If it's on a Saturday evening, I can make it. Shoot. Yeah. Maybe I could. Well, we'll see what the future holds. Yeah, you did some road running there. You did some road running. But yeah, it looks like if anything, though, for me, hurricane season is probably my time. And really, I only have a narrow window. Mid-June through July, maybe early August. And then after that, back to work. Back to work. If there's a hurricane that fires up and you guys are down here, we can have a little bit of a chaser convergence. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. Because as much as I can handle a virtual thing, I'd rather meet people in person, truthfully. Just don't do anything too crazy, because then you might have to see the other side. Because I don't want to be that guy. But yeah, for the most part, I don't bite. Unless you try to bite me first. You're talking to a guy who a few weeks ago cracked his ribs in a mosh pit. Yeah. I don't know if I'll be doing any sort of eye wall intercepts or anything like that. I'll probably just be looking at like maybe adjacent tornado threats. Well, I'm a metalhead, so I just ended up being rowdy. Yeah, I want to have some fun with that. I can't lie. An eye wall intercept would be pretty cool, but I don't think that. Well, maybe I would need some help to get in position for an eye wall intercept. But if I can do it, I actually would. But if I can't, then I'm just gonna stay on that right front quadrant and deal with that tornado threat. But yeah, but yeah, good central location would be good. Oh yeah, you know. Oh yeah, and you know how Atlanta crowds can get, Mark, and that's exactly what happened. It was a crazy stretch. That was a crazy stretch of days where I went to shows 3 days in a row, and the first one was where I got banged up really bad. It was more like I got hit like 70 times in my ribs. Rough night. Oh, and I also like dislocated my pinky. Trivium and Bullet for My Valentine. Great show. They were doing the 20-year. They were doing a celebration of two of the records, which had turned 20 years old. Those albums also broke them out into a little bit more of the mainstream scene. Bullet was pretty good, but I can't lie. Trivium played them off the stage. And then maybe the opening band, Bleed From Within, was even better. But yeah, Bleed From Within really impressed me that night. So one thing I'm also trying to figure out here, which is kind of new since the last time I've been live. Uh-oh, we got a tornado warning, by the way. We'll talk about what I'm. We'll talk about the question I have. But we have a tornado warning in effect for Antelope County. This is radar indicated, and this is expected to mainly be over rural areas. It's moving northeast at about 20 miles an hour, 5 miles northwest of Nearly. Nearly? Or Neil? I don't know how to pronounce this one. Daggone it. This will be in effect until 15 past the hour here. This is within that 2% area too, by the way. There wasn't a prolific tornado threat, but there was a small corridor over here where we had an odd chance of one spin up or two. Definitely weren't ruling that out at this time. But what I was asking here is I've noticed that from looking at chat, there's like a community tab here, and everybody is getting like a XP, and there's a leaderboard. Like, anybody know what's going on with that? I think I've missed something here. Is that like a new feature or something? Anybody know? This is my first time seeing it, that's for sure. Yeah, this is my first time seeing it. I don't know what the heck's going on here. I think sometimes I should look at my notifications. You think there's a second smaller rotation there? Nah, not really. This one, maybe. It's kind of broad. I expect it to be pretty short-lived, though, in either case. These storms have essentially formed, like, right on top of each other. If this is the area you're talking about, I could kind of see it, but it's really broad. Then here, nah, not even yet. Not even. Let me check rate. Let me switch radar sites here. No, not this one. Yet. Not yet, at least. It's trying. If it's gonna happen anywhere, it will be along this corridor too, so good call there. Wait a minute. Dodge City. I think I could get a camera up towards Dodge City. Finally. The one downside to doing these live streams over the plains is the fact that more often than not, I'm not really able to get a whole lot in the way of DOT cameras. So if you don't have chasers over here, you're kind of SOL. She lost her hail core. Ha. That actually would be a funny... That would actually be a funny thing to say to a little lady friend or two of mine. Oh, I didn't say that. Forget that I said that out loud, okay? That's a secret between all of us here on the internet, which is honestly a terrible idea. Yeah, these storms here... Oh, yeah, both of these kind of lost their hail core. But yeah, I don't expect these storms to be long-lived supercells. Hang on a minute. There's a little bit of rain. There's probably a little bit of rain here. I would expect maybe some damaging wind potential to increase with this particular cell here, maybe. It's just passing through North Platte. Let me try something real quick again. Okay. Yeah, right. Boom. Excuse me. Yeah, there's going to be some damaging winds here in just a little bit. Trying to find the right radar. I'm trying to find the right cameras. I'm hoping I can get one towards Dodge City, and then I'm also looking for North Platte as well. I think I can get both of those, maybe. Yep. Okay, we do have something. We do have Dodge City. Oh yeah, I always forget about the rail cams. I've never had any luck with the air. Well, actually, yeah, I have had a little bit of luck with the airport cams, but usually that's towards like the Missouri River. That's a little further off towards the west, so optimism is a tad bit on the low side, but we're gonna see what we can make of this here. Alright, so we got that. Let's see if we can get North Platte as well. Well, that warning expired pretty... Oh no, it's still there. It's still there. I was about to say, what the heck? That was quick. Thought we still had another 30 minutes for it. Let's go to... Let's go with this one. Yeah, this rotation's already dying. Ah, I see. Thanks for that tip, by the way, Mama G. Because we actually got a cam over here towards North Platte. Or I thought we did. I don't think it's working. Wait, wait. Maybe it is working. Okay, no, it's not. Hey, we had I thought we had a train yard camera, but no dice. Okay, let's at least pull up what we do have. Yeah, it is what it is. Nothing I'm sweating over. Yep, let's get that off of here. Yes, please, because I would love that. In due time, I'll have I'm hoping to get opportunities as well. Boom. It almost seems like this wants to cycle. I mean, there's enough energy to where it could sustain itself, but it's so disorganized to where I don't really see that happening. Alright, so there's one camera. I'm gonna try one more time to pull up something over here towards North Platte. If we can't, then I mean, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world, but like I said, these rural areas, it's always harder for us to get anything going here. And these storms are kind of booking it too, so it's not going to make anything easier either. Well, no, they're actually not booking it. They're moving at about 15, which is kind of surprising considering the fact that these storms are going to be producing typically about 60, 70 mile per hour winds. But actually, this is a big hailer, which is somewhat surprising. It's this storm. Okay, that's what I got confused. It's this storm that's producing the 70 mile per hour winds. This one's the hailer. So Broken Bow is the storm, is the area I need to be looking for. Okay. Easy mistake to make. My apologies, folks. Towards Broken Bow. I think I saw one of your stream. I think I saw one of the streams where one of you guys was there. I know that much. I mean, even though I didn't get the stream, I was watching you guys. I didn't really have a whole lot of opportunities to message anyone or in chat or anything. But I was watching. I watched Brady. I think I watched Griff too. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, there's so many of you. It's hard to keep up with all of you. So there's so many of you to keep up with now. It's difficult. I know I watched Justin too at one point when streams were kind of slower. Yeah, I always appreciate the support you guys give me. I try to give back where I can. Oh, Dayton was on Brady's stream. I might have missed that one. Yeah, I just kind of been all over the place lately. Just a whole lot's been going on this end, man. All right, let's see. Got DOT up here. Let's go ahead and look at the map view. See. Wait a minute. We might have something here. Or I thought we did. Nah, nothing in Broken Bow, but we do have a still shot that's outside of Broken Bow. Ooh, that's a good shot, though. But yeah, later this month I might actually be moving around once more. I'm still trying to get the details with that after my work season's done here. But yeah, lots been going on here. Really been trying to recover from the injury as well. Like I said, just got too rowdy. Or more like just some people just don't know how to mosh. Well, it's not even that. It was just bad luck, I think. Ooh. I'll just kind of chalk it up to that. 'Cause all these years I've moshed, I've never been hurt. Honestly, yeah. I jammed my pinky up real bad that night too. But I'm just about healed up. I've been getting back into the gym, trying to swim around. I've been doing a lot more swimming as of late too to try to recover a little bit faster. Well, oh wow. Well, I did kind of call it a little bit earlier, but yeah, that tornado warning's gone. It doesn't really come to too much surprise, but yeah, not too not too impressive of a storm here. Rotation was kind of falling off over those last 4 or 5 scans here. There's always a chance it could recycle with the amount of energy that's over towards this area, but that low-level shear is not the greatest towards this area either. And like I said, really, it's this area that gives this the best chance of having something going here. But sometimes if you have enough instability here, you can kind of compensate. If you have enough of one parameter, you can compensate for a lack in some of the others. Doesn't always work that way. In fact, rarely does it. I can't lie though, sneezing still hurts. And that's really the reason I stopped streaming like last week, because there were a few times I started sneezing. I was like feeling like, oh god, make it stop. This hurts. Like I literally wanted to scream, but if I screamed it would have hurt more. It's like, chew. Ow. Like I literally just wanted to bang my head on the desk. That was fun. It would have been funny if I did do it. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have done it. Yeah, cracked ribs sucks. 10 out of 10 would not recommend for anybody. There we go. Alright, so while we're still sifting through our severe warnings here, I mean, anyone has anything interesting that they want to talk about, feel free. The only thing that I'm thinking about right now is all the madness that's going on in sports world, NFL. I'm excited and nervous for my team. Hmm? Ah. These storms are actually dying right now. These storms are not really, I guess this doesn't update automatically, which kind of sucks. Yeah, because this hasn't updated in like 10 minutes. That's a bummer. Let me see if I can find that camera. Okay, there it is. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you have to do this manually. Talk about a bummer. You can actually see the clouds kind of moving in from this direction. One second, guys. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out what the deal is with these storms. The environment further out towards the east should be good enough to reinvigorate these, but if they don't get going, then this day ends up becoming a bit of a bust, which could possibly be a good thing. I will say one thing. If anyone was tuned in a little bit earlier into the stream and we talked about what an MCV is, which is actually the reason for this storm, the core of the MCV is all the way back here. Usually when I see these, this would be about where we would expect them to be, but perhaps it was the timing of initiation that could be slowing these down, possibly. I'm really looking forward to seeing when the next HRRR run comes out. So that way we can kind of get a better idea of what to expect here. Because I think there's a chance that these could refire and really kind of reinvigorate themselves with this environment that's further off towards the east. Problem is, though, dang. The problem is with these MCV events, they're kind of more of a nowcasting situation. So if these storms end up changing direction, going a little too far to the north, or the northern side becomes the most active side and these storms continue to die off, then we're going in a completely different direction here. So it's just one of those things where there's really going to be no real way of knowing what happens. I'm kind of reacting just like, well, a lot of you. And that's the beauty of the weather. Sometimes she throws curveballs in such a way to where you have to kind of reassess everything. Dang. I've also been dealing with a little bit of a sinus issue lately too. So if you see me kind of swiping at my eye every once in a while, don't worry. Just a little bit of discharge. Uh-oh. Oh, here comes. Oh, I think we might have actually lost the camera over here in Dodge City. But you can actually see that shelf cloud there. Might take that into full screen. Oh wait, it's back. Look at that shelf cloud, by the way. Wait, why is Dodge City Oh my goodness, I just saw the Mezzo discussions from earlier today. Dear God. Oh, Storm Prediction Center. No. 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 Thursday. Alright. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and take this full screen here. Just give me a second. I'm so out of practice with this, it's not even funny. Oh, since you guys aren't the main part of the show right now, I gotta take the name off, of course. But yeah. Oh, Thursday? Oh, yeah, I have been watching that. Oh, you can actually see some of the dust getting kicked up. You could actually see some of the dust getting kicked up here. I gotta get this pulled up. What am I doing? My brain doesn't want to work anymore. Help. Crap, 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 crap. Look at that dust getting kicked up. Not even seeing a whole lot in the way of rain. It's just pure wind. And it is amazing to watch. But yeah, also, I'd like some context as to why Dodge City is considered as haunted, because you're not the first person to say that either. Oh, all the dust. Ironically, I feel like I have like I've had a sinus cold or sinus issue over these last few days here. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot I don't know about the Midwestern lore, so I'm interested in hearing some stories, of course. That's a pretty solid shelf cloud that we were looking at. Oh, well, yeah. That little bit I do know about. I'm talking about specific stories. That's the kind of stuff I'm most interested in. Well, we're losing that camera again. Oh, got to get the radar back up here too. Apologies. Yeah, like I said, I feel so out of practice with this. You get better with this stuff through repetition, and then once you kind of break your momentum, it becomes a little bit cumbersome to try to get back into the swing of things. I don't think any rain has hit the ground yet. Whoa, 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 what the heck? Yo, what is going on with Streamlabs bot? What? Okay. Stop streaming for a little bit and everything goes bonkers. Okay. Let's try that again. Jeez. And that's not even that long a message. Why did it say... Like, what? I thought that was off. Yeah, clearly. I only have it set to where it should have done commands. That's the first time in a long time I've ever seen it do that. How did it end up back on medium? What in the... Yeah, it wasn't even working earlier. Now it starts doing that. It's just acting on its own. Like that. That's annoying. Oh, so the heaviest rain actually passed off further to the south. So this is going to be heading over towards Buckland and Greensburg within the next hour or so. So we're not really getting a whole lot out of the visual here. No, you did. I must have made a mistake or something earlier when I was trying to get this thing reset. Somehow I may have, I don't know, maybe I might have ended up turning on the protection mode. I don't recall doing it, but okay. Yeah, I remember when I used to use that as my streaming platform, and eventually it just started crashing left and right during streams. And that OBS is a little bit more stable, but I've been having issues there as well. My coworker, Sid, has been helping me with trying to manage some of that. So it's kind of been a learning process there. But yeah, the only reason I even still deal with Streamlabs or Streamlabs bot is only because of the commands that we have set on there. We have so many of them, it's not even funny. We actually have one for this exact storm setup here, MCV, to where we can actually give you a solid definition of what MCV, MCS, all that other stuff is. Shout out to Contingents for that one, by the way. Like, holy cow. Like, bro put in work there. Oh wow, we're almost at 20 likes. With this being a, I wouldn't say the most entertaining, but, well, basically you guys have kind of seen me just fumble around tonight, truthfully. But through it all, I mean, I guess we're not doing too bad on that. So, just thought I would say thank you. Thank you for the support so far tonight. Well, either way, you were going to get something out of me. Whether it was going to be a video or it was going to be live coverage like this. I was expecting a little bit more in the way of action, but like I said, these MCVs are always really, really finicky. How fast is this moving now? Okay, okay, they're starting to build their forward speed, so maybe these might start to actually get going here. Well, just as quickly as that moved in, storm system's already out of Kansas now. Or at least not out of Kansas, out of Dodge City. Uh-oh. I can't type worth anything today. What in the world? Oh, there we go. It's only a matter of time. So this got reported outside of Goodland here. We have our first 80 mile per hour severe thunderstorm warning of the night. So this is an EDS severe thunderstorm warning. This has observed winds of up to 70 miles an hour. This is the storm that passed not too far away from from. This is the same complex that passed not too far away from Goodland here. I thought this was Dodge City. This is over towards Garden City. This is a little further north of town. I'm gonna see if I can pull some kind of camera up over here, but might be a little bit more limited over here. I'm gonna try for Goodland though. Wait, I might have found something here actually. Oh, we got one. Not much in the way of rain with this one either. Give me 1 second here. Look at that camera shake. That is really something there. This is our 80-mile-per-hour severe thunderstorm warning here that we're dealing with right now. Here's a closer look. Like I said, not much in the way of rain with this. Just pure wind here. Also, this warning out ahead of it now has a tornado possible tag as well. Might have lost the camera, or at least we lost service in the meantime. Okay, I think I see some of the rain starting to fall here finally. Oh, there's some lightning. Honestly, for a storm that's this strong and has this kind of wind energy, it's not moving all that fast. Yeah, pretty much. It's essentially a mini haboob. Okay, it's... I guess I paused it that time? Get some really cool lightning every once in a while. Yep, it has a dust storm warning to go along with it. Isn't that something? So this is confirmed now to have 80-mile-per-hour winds. This is observed. .79 mile per hour wind gusts recorded by Mesonet here, just outside of Goodland. Uh-oh. I was about to say something. I think I hear people arguing outside my room. Well, it looks like this is starting to freeze up again, finally. Well, we're going to go back to our regular screen here. Oh, wrong overlay. Sorry about that. I guess I better clear that Nebraska cam off of here because it's not like it's been updating at all throughout this entire process. Has it? This is an image from 6 minutes ago. You can see on the screen here. Yeah, this is the storm that we're looking at right now. You can see the rain shaft beginning to move in here. This has a severe thunderstorm warning on it. This is moving just to the south of town here in North Platte. This is only got 60 mile per hour winds as of right now. It's still dangerous. And then also up to $half sized hail possible with this as well. Excuse me. Alright, let's take a look at our instability. Still have a good bit left over. Man, I'm jealous. I wish I was out there. Dang, that's a big group of people. Yeah, I think we have finally lost this camera over here towards Goodland. So we're probably going to take that one off here for right now. Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. So if you see me yawning, I apologize. Probably be live for at least another hour, depending on how things go. If things really ramp up by the time it gets to about 9:30, then or 9:30 Eastern, I should say. That'll determine what I do next here. I'm not expecting anything insane from this. There might be a couple more areas where we end up getting a 70 or an 80 mile per hour gust or two. But this line, for the most part, I mean, there's more severe thunderstorm warnings coming in than we've seen in recent time. But this central part here, where I was anticipating a little bit more in the way of action, this has not really come to fruition at this point as of right now. Speaking of which, I need to get something to drink here real quick. I know one thing that we could probably also look at here. We probably should look at it. And that's the power outage map. I'm thinking that things might take a interesting turn over here. Something I need to check really quickly here. There we go. Okay, power outages have not started coming in yet from any of these areas. With the population being a little bit more sparse here and there, though, too, I don't know if we'll see a whole lot. If we were over towards like the eastern parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, I think we would probably end up seeing higher numbers, but maybe they just aren't starting to come in. They haven't started coming in yet either, too, so there is that. Okay. That should give me enough energy to finish the stream.
I can finish the last one.
I feel very silly now. Definitely am going to use the extra energy, though, to help clean up the room. I do need to finish washing my bed set here. You're seeing a bare bed, which is also featuring a very old mattress now. Alright, so it's dropped below 80 now, so we're dealing with only 70s. We still have that tour possible warning here in Kansas as well. Nothing's really come of it as of yet. Stuff to keep an eye on it, of course. So one thing I'm thinking about doing also, let me check something real quick first before I ask you exactly what your thoughts, what you folks' thoughts would be. But what I was thinking was, nah, it hasn't even started yet. I can't even do that. I'm waiting on the HRRR run to come in, and I was hoping it already would have started, but it hasn't yet. It probably isn't going to be ready within 30 minutes, considering we're doing the 0Z run. But, what I was trying to say was, I guess maybe by 9:30 or 9:45ish, I might do a little bit of analysis right here. And then I was also going to consider maybe making a video. Still maybe making the video tonight and just having it upload in the morning. I was going to do a voting poll on that. In fact, I probably still am. I'm making a voting poll, that's all. I was trying to debate whether or not, well, it really depends on when I end the stream here, but the way things look, it's starting to look like it's kind of weakening just a little bit. Latest model runs still have some energy left over for the system, but the storms don't have the same kind of vigor that they once had, I would say. I mean, the reflectivity is still showing strong on the HRRR, or at least with the 23Z. But the updraft velocities have definitely gone away here. So if I compare it to like 21Z, which is really the run, or actually I would say 20Z was the one that really made me decide, alright, let's go live. But yeah, if I'm looking at it now, right around this time frame is when I was expecting things to kind of max out, and it's kind of been the opposite. So I think what I'll do is probably somewhere close to like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I might end the stream, or I might make another video. Decisions. And then I'm still trying to figure out how this MCV will influence tomorrow. Yeah, it's doing the planes thing. I'm thinking it's gonna probably start to ramp up probably at like 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock Eastern, right when I would have to go to bed anyway because of my job. And then all of a sudden I'm gonna miss everything. Like, you picked the worst time to go offline. This is probably the strongest storm that we have ongoing right now, at least. And it looks like it's kind of growing a little bit. You're heading on the interstate over here onto 36, over towards St. Francis and Wheeler. You might want to look out. You got some blowing dust and maybe a pretty strong set of wind, and more than likely a pretty strong sets of strong winds here coming in. Or, yeah, I can't speak worth anything today. Sheesh. It's been a minute. This is how you know it's just been a minute since I've streamed. Dang, maybe I shouldn't have drank that power. Now it's gotten chilly in here. Hmm? Oh, we got a new tornado warning now. This is a radar indicated warning for Logan and Weld counties. This is located over Stoneham, moving northeast at 15 miles an hour. This also has the potential to produce up to ping pong ball sized hail. The main location that would be impacted here would be Stoneham, and this is in effect until 30 past the hour here. Let's take a look at this real quick. Go to this radar site. Oh, okay. This actually is probably the best structure I've seen on any storm today here. It has it has that supercellular look to it for sure. Let me go ahead and look at velocity here. My main concern with this is the fact that this is probably going to end up going outflow dominant. And then as a result, we'll probably deal with a damaging wind threat more than a tornado threat with this. Which honestly, in this case, could be more damaging than a tornado. You said Sioux City? Alright, so where exactly is Sioux City again? My brain's not working today. My brain is literally just gone. I'm pretty sure that's in Nebraska, isn't it? Or is it Kansas? Jeez, my brain does not want to work today. Yeah. So it's pretty much going to be the same old song and dance as the last one, just a little bit better organized. Yeah, she's looking good for right now. Boundary and a merger. Oh, it's in Iowa? Is there a warning there? Hang on. Oh yeah, it is on the border. Thanks for the reminder there, Manuel. This is how you know I've had a long day. I'm just happy I'm still upright right now. Let me see if I can get a camera over there. Because with it being over toward the eastern part of the state, I think I stand a better chance, maybe? Oh, wow, I guess not. I take it back. I would have thought I had some luck, but that's... excuse me. The only view is probably like 20-something miles off to the south. Well, we're not going to see anything. That was funny, almost how I had my hopes up. I said, what are you talking about? That hook's starting to tighten up here. Oh, that... Is that on the ground? No. That looks really sus. I don't know if that's an artifact or what, but that looks crazy. Does he have anything on it? Nah, it doesn't match up. That was all hail. Okay. Okay, yeah, that was all hail. Yeah, there's nothing that's really matching with where that notch is right there within the hook. So, no, that's not a tornado. I was just like, wait, whoa, what is that? That rotation has gotten pretty tight, though. So it's becoming increasingly concerning. It's becoming very concerning. There could be a chance that this tries to drop something real quick. And there's nothing forming off to the south of it, so if it gets going, it could sustain itself for at least a brief period. I don't expect a long tracker out of this. But this would be a pretty epic photogenic tornado. Any chasers that will be on this would be a great way to start their June. Especially considering the fact that this thing is moving at only like 15 miles an hour, which is... Ooh, man, I wish I could be out there. I would love to chase that. This is not something that you would necessarily have to get super close to either. Dang, it's getting chilly in here. What in the world? Okay, so we've gotten a little upgrade here. That hail threat's increasing, and this may actually end up potentially undercutting the storm here. But the rotation is still pretty impressive at this point. If this does drop something, it could potentially be big because that's a really strong updraft to have to, in order to be able to produce golf ball size hail. Yeah, it's getting undercut. The Echo Top is at, oh yeah, I figured this was a tall boy. At maximum, we're looking at 53K. Not surprising to see that based on the structure here and the amount of energy available, but pretty impressive nonetheless. The gate's over 100 miles an hour. It's just, I don't know if this is touching down or anything as of right now. If a new mezzo were to develop off to the south, then in this recycles, oh boy, then we might be talking about something there. Because I can already tell that the hail right here is going to end up undercutting the updraft. If anything tries to form here, it might only last for a couple of minutes. We're literally just falling to nothing, falling apart to nothing. Dang. I might be putting on like a blanket or Snuggie or something in a second. I don't like what I look like when I wear that, so yeah. Turning off the camera. Oh, when you were out there, when you were on the chasecation, you had a cell that ended up being undercut by hail. I just want to see the visual. I don't even know if it's on. That's the weird thing. Let me check something real quick. I'm gonna see if the AC is actually on. I don't have to step out to do that. I can just reach up to my event. AC's not really blowing. Yeah, AC's not really blowing like that. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know if the power reads really just took my temperature down like that. I'm feeling cold. Should not be feeling like this in June. I hope I'm not sick or anything. I have been having issues with my sinuses lately. Yeah. But it's still like 70 outside. That's what's also confusing me. Yeah, I went ahead and wrapped myself up in the blanket. If I'm already like on the verge of like being actually sick, I do not have the time to get sick. Cause I need to at the very least have myself set up to where I can finish the season with work. So that way we can have everything finalized with my current vehicle. And then we can start working towards the next one, which will be the bona fide storm chasing vehicle. What we have right now, it'd probably be just best suited for me to stay in Georgia. Or at least stay in the southeast. No off-roading in this one. That's a terrible idea. This little leading edge right here, I'm still leery of that. Yeah, this definitely has that look like that hail is about. Yep. Well, that just pretty much summed it up right there. Hail is undercutting the updraft. So, we're not going to see this warning for too much longer. All your lights are half hooked up. Yeah, I have a pretty interesting setup with trying to get the stream going. We're still trying to hash things out, but involves like a Dell Optiplex and all that other stuff. Really just need to get another laptop. I think that's the final touch that I would need now. Yeah, I got to get in touch with my coworker Sid. He's the IT guy at my job. He's actually been in chat a couple of times. Lights on Toto. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to my setup once it's all complete. I just hope that I can be set up before a hurricane potentially comes through. Yeah, if anybody has the supply when it comes to lighters, like as we say down here, good plug. It'll probably be Vince. I remember the other day. I remember like a little while back when the whole thing was going on with Oklahoma and the issue with chasers there. How they were, how Vince was just being a complete and utter smart aleck towards him, and it was so funny. Like I thought it was hilarious. It's like, oh, so you're talking about lights? I can play this lighting battle for you if you want. I can play this lighting battle with you if you'd like. That does not seem like somebody. It does not seem. He does not seem like somebody to play with. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, I mean that can get you enemies, but it also earns you a heck of a lot of respect because not everybody's willing to tell you the truth, you know? I bet he is funny. I really do. I feel like I'd be nervous to meet him, but at the same time, I think there is a chance that he and I would get along well, possibly. I don't know. This storm is such a tease. I cannot lie to you right now. This thing's frustrating me because I'm thinking it wants to do it so bad. Like it's trying its heart out to get something to really get its act together. And it might be doing something right now. But yeah, I've heard about Vince actually like pulling people out of the rubble and more and actually about his paramedic training. So getting to know the backstory it makes me feel a little bit it makes me more intrigued. In a way it would kind of remind me of my uncle in Ohio. My uncle's not a paramedic, but the thing with my uncle is he's like if he likes you, you will know. If he doesn't like you, you will know. Like he'll literally tell you, "Well, you can get out my house." He'll just literally look you up and down and do that. That's kind of how I picture Vince, and that's not a bad thing. Hey, what's up, amputee? Good to see you. Well, hopefully y'all like me. That's all I ask. Hopefully y'all like me. I'm a shy, quiet person. Once you get to know me, you come to find out I'm actually pretty crazy. I mean, you got to think it's the same guy who cracked his ribs and who had his ribs cracked in the mosh pit and still wanted more. Oh, I just realized Justin went out looking for the auroras, and he got burned on that one. V, he's an introvert too. Oh, I could see that. I could see that. But yeah, I probably would tread carefully. I wouldn't be like up in his grill like the whole time if I were to meet him, you know? Okay, yep, that rotation's dying again. We'll see if it cycles once more. Alright, so definitely gonna be hanging out till 10, that's for sure. Yeah, the hail's probably killing it. We said that last time though, and then all of a sudden it tried to recycle. That notch is probably gonna be the same thing here, but the question is, will it try to form one more? Nah, actually it won't. There's a new little cell that started to pop off to the southwest, so what's probably gonna happen is these two are gonna merge. Might see a little bit more in the way of interference. Maybe the southern still begins to dominate for a moment, and then we're going to rinse and repeat most likely. Synoptically speaking, this environment is just not it. If that low level shear was higher here, we would be we'll be on the edge of our seats. But yeah, as long as you guys are cool with me, I mean, you know, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If it ramps up, then might have something. Honestly, with the way this little cell is right here, I would say that this is kind of looking Almost like it's trying to be its own little supercell to begin with. I'm a little bit more leery of this as a result, too. You might have to watch that. You seriously need to watch that. So I just got to look at the temperature, by the way, out here. It is 77 degrees, and somehow I had that little cold spurt right there. What's going on with me, man? I'm a little nervous. Alright, let's go ahead. Go back to this frame here. If this storm ends up falling in on this part of the if it merges with this section here, yeah, it's clipped. We'll have to see if this track ends up verifying or not. If this can stay over here, I think it has an opportunity. Oh, snap. 0Z should be up, but I think... Well, no, not yet. It's about halfway done. Shouldn't be too much longer. Then we could do an assessment of tonight, and then probably take a little sneak peek of tomorrow. Killed. Oh wow. Reminds me of my landscape maintenance days, not aeration. I've killed a few snakes in my time too. Didn't want to, but I had to. They started charging towards me. Once you start doing that, it's like, nope, you gotta go. Oh, yeah. That'll definitely do it. Now, it's the moment you start Yeah, the moment that snake starts charging at me, I'm like, alright. You leave me no choice. You gotta go. When I did it, it was with I had the edger in my hands too. So I just went straight through. Yeah, once you start charging though. Ooh. Ooh. The young ones can be pretty wild though. Young ones can be pretty wild, so I get it. Either way. Young or mature. Sometimes decisions have to be made. I'm taking that. I'm taking the head off immediately. That's the only thing I'm gonna do. Yeah, you can't play games with those. It's still trying. This thing really is trying to find some new life. Head and body in the burn pile. That's what I would do, honestly. That's definitely what I would do. Throw it in the burn pile and just let it go. Because while I wouldn't expect anything crazy to happen, I'm not the type that likes to take chances. Better safe than sorry. Hey, Justin. Where's the boundary? Hey, Mia. Let me go back to reflectivity here. Let me go ahead and hit play here too. Boundaries gotta be... Hang on. I think it's somewhere up in here. Well, actually, no, I did a terrible job drawing that. I'm not an artist, y'all. I just want you to know. Yeah. It's writing some kind of... It's writing, let me look at the models again. Because I kind of like I said, the day I kind of scrambled. What finally loaded? What finally loaded? Feel like I'm missing something. Oh, the boundary. Yeah, I think the boundary's like right here somewhere. Yeah, it's here. I was close. But yeah, I don't. But yeah, I'm using the mouse with my recessing hand. I'm right. I'm not right-handed actually. I'm lefty, but for the most part I'm ambidextrous. But there's some things I'm just not great with. So if you ever see any thumbnails in my videos where things are just a little bit off, that's kind of why. Because I hand draw everything. I don't really know how to do the programming thing like a lot of the other guys, unfortunately. I've never been good at it. Up. There we go. It was only a matter of time, I felt like, before it did something. But that is a confirmed tornado. The impacted areas we'll need to be watching: Logan Corners, Pawnee Pass, and Williard here. This was 12 miles west of Sterling, moving east at 15 miles an hour. This is also producing golf ball sized hail. This is confirmed by weather spotters. The warning will be in effect for another 10 minutes and probably will be extended here. But this is a confirmed tornado by weather spotters here. They have a great view of it looking off to the south here. It's a tail end Charlie type situation. Nope. Nah, I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna drop a quick one. I don't know how long it's gonna stay on the ground for, but it's down. It is indeed down. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Sorry. Yep, classic tail end Charlie situation. Yeah. Yeah, if it does hold together. I mean, it still is relatively discreet, so it's not like it couldn't. It could be a handoff. The question is, will that hail end up choking it out again? Because that's always been the big thing. It'll get its act together, and then the hail chokes it out. Then it starts to ramp back up and just continuously do this cyclic deal here. Here's a storm history for anyone that's interested. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Thanks for that tip, by the way, Mama G. Still got a lot to learn. Where is Grant? Okay. Ah, come on. Yeah, I don't know why it's not. Yeah. On your beautiful artwork. Here is just a mess. It's very particular. Oh, but yeah, I see it on your screen. Yeah, thanks for the heads up there. I'll make things a little bit easier to figure out. I'm looking forward to the days when Weatherwise has a surface analysis, but hopefully it updates faster than some of the other radar apps on here. Ooh, that's hurting. That's not good. Hmm. That'll be good for the phone. We just need something for the PC now. Looks like Kale's choking it out again. Possibly. Yep, Hale's choking it out, and this time it looks like it's gone outflow dominant. So this may very well be done. We've seen this thing try and recycle a couple of different times and sustain itself, so I don't see any reason as to why it wouldn't do it again. Yeah, for right now it's outflow dominant. Ooh. Okay, let's go ahead and see if HRRR is done cooking. Nope, it is not. Daggone it. Gotta use the restroom real quick, by the way. Powerades have to go. Powerades have to go somewhere, I suppose. Be right back. Alright. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Hopefully I haven't missed anything. Okay, so we're back down to radar indicated once again. Oh, I didn't see these other comments. So weather front is another feature for me to use. Okay. Brady, of course Brady. Brady knows freaking everybody, man. Brady knows everybody. That's another person I need to talk to more, is just Brady himself. I gotta learn how to come out of my shell, that's all. Just like I'm not really willing to come out of these covers yet, which kind of sucks. Yeah, I keep meaning to, along with everybody else, but like I said, once I get in my shell, it's just like, I should do it. And then I think about it later, it's like, why did I not do that? Why did I not at least say something? Why do I not say things, people? And then when I really think about it, it's like, can I really be mad at people if they're like, you don't talk? Yeah. That's what I did with my first YouTube channel before I started posting guitar covers. And then eventually I finally just struck up the nerve to do it. And that was long before the days of this channel. This channel was kind of more this channel was a little bit more intentional. Yeah, I was like that for a little bit too. Not for years, but well, maybe like a year or so. Yeah, essentially I'm a pretty quiet person. Okay, let's look for Grant again. Radar indicated storms. Oh, that's pretty sick. I don't know how I would deal with that. Me personally, I'd be like, wait, what? you want my autograph? I don't even have an autograph. I'll just sign it, I guess. It's probably something I would say. Just be like, I guess I'll sign it. I'm sorry that I don't have a real autograph. No one tells me about this stuff. No one prepares me for this. Whoever my PR manager is, I'm firing you. You're fired. That's probably... I'd probably use that as like jokes or something. sinus is starting to kick in now. That's not good. Ugh. Ha, he signed their cap. I mean, I don't know how I'd respond to that. I'd be super humbled. I know I'd be super humbled by that bit, but I'd be like, you really want my autograph? What have I done that's so special? That's probably something I would say. Like, what have I done? Yeah, definitely that. I'm really trying to avoid the medicine, but it might have to happen. But yeah, I guess the only thing I can do is just probably try to have fun with that if that ever happened to me. But congratulations there. That's how you guys know you're doing something right. Yeah, it still remains in effect. The hail size has actually jumped up to 2-inch hail, so we're talking hen eggs at this point. Still have to watch out for Sterling, Logan Corners, Atwood, North Sterling Reservoir, and Padrone in Colorado here. Nice. Alright, so here's what I think we're going to do. Let me see what time this expires. I think we're going to go to 10:30 so that way I don't make myself incredibly sick here. Definitely still have my sinus issues, of course. It isn't making life easy. But that's besides the point, though. We do also have to work tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait probably about another... I'm going to probably wait for this particular polygon to expire, and then we're going to do a quick little overview of the forecast for tonight, and then we'll probably just do a video in the maybe we'll do a video tomorrow afternoon. I would do one in the morning, but I don't know if I don't know what the day is going to look like. If I can get up early enough, I'll try it, but that's going to be like at the crack of dawn. So try and figure it out. Might be a small chance that we go live again next week, or tomorrow, not next week, but tomorrow. So I'll be paying close attention to that threat as well. But yeah, I'll probably, yeah, like I said, I think I'm going to hang out up till about 10:30, and then we're calling it a night here. Gotta make sure that we are in tip-top shape here. Or at least something close to it. Let me switch radar sights. Let's go here. Anytime I zoom in tighter, it doesn't want to show me Grant. It's kind of funny, honestly. Why is it not? Well, first it was funny. Now it's actually kind of irritating that it won't let me. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to search bar. There we go. I didn't want to cheat to do it, but I did. So, it is what it is. Where is, You're kidding me, right? This is the closest radar site? Truthfully, the challenge excites me, and that's why I do it. Even though a lot of times it's just really stupid. Ow. Oh. Yeah, I see it. It's so trippy to hear myself back. It's always funny. People, and that's the funniest part about all that. People will say like, "Oh, you have a great voice." I absolutely hate listening back to myself. Like editing videos is often a pain. Country monkey. I don't think you sound that bad, but that's what everyone else always says to. Well, probably both of us. So there's that. Sometimes you are your own harshest critic. Sometimes you are your harshest critic. That's how I know that I am my harshest critic by far. Like the way I like get down on myself is so is so toxic. Like it's honestly, at times it's honestly disturbing. It's like when I look at something, I'm just like, what do you think you are doing, sir? Like, what kind of. Yep. I hate being so hard on myself sometimes. Like, can't I just be at least a little bit satisfied in what I do? Maybe I need to see someone about that. Yep. Even if I publish something and I look at it as like, ugh, like half the time I'm just like, trash. I just want to delete it now. Or especially with the whole music thing that I do too. Like if I'm not doing good on a riff, like I don't even want to pick up. I want to just put my guitar down or just smash it and just like, you know what? I'm done. I don't need to do this anymore. And then I find myself trying to get it right all over again. But yeah, when I mess up, sometimes I just want to full on just rage. And it's hilarious when I look back at it. But in the moment, though, I'm just disgusted with life. Just like, leave. Yep. Just like, yep, it's that kind of day, huh? Yeah, it's something I'm still working on, though. I've gotten better at it over the years because I used to react way worse whenever I would mess up on stuff. Like, I would just get full on depressed. Nowadays, I kind of joke about it. Still be mad, but I'll joke about it. What I really want to do is, if I'm gonna get pissed about it, I want to be. What's the name of that? What was that one commercial that I saw as a kid? Like that one dude that would spaz out anytime things would go wrong. I forget the name of the company that made the commercial, but it was funny. He would just start talking in gibberish. I want to do something like that. At the very least, it would be entertaining. Yeah, I'm definitely not feeling right today. Because clearly, there's no reason I'm still cold right now. And it's 77 degrees outside. Why am I cold? After drinking a beverage that wasn't even refrigerated. Oh yeah, this thing's killed now. Okay. Let's do a thing real quick. I don't know, I just saw we passed 20 likes earlier. Not aching. Just cold. And I have a headache. A sinus headache. But yeah, I'm good outside of that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now. I'm not used to feeling like this, that's for sure. But yeah, no aching though. Everything feels fluid. Yeah, I would have been scared then. Yeah, just a sinus headache, I think. My head feels like a bowling ball and my eyes are watering. Wonder if it's an allergy or something. Which would be weird because I've never had an allergy before. And if so, then what triggered it? That's what I'm still trying to figure out now, truthfully. Yeah, just need to figure out what the trigger is. If this is indeed an allergy at all. And that would really suck for me if I'm allergic to grass because I'm a landscaper. That's all I work around is grass. My coworker is like that actually. There's a specific type of grass. It's called poana. That's what he's allergic to. Well, we deal with poana all the time, and I normally don't have this kind of reaction. Alright, let's look at some weather model data here. So I think that tornado warning is not going to last for much longer. Not to mention... Dang, where's... There it is. Perfect. Alright, so this is what we have left over for tonight. There's still a decent amount of energy. These storms over here towards Oklahoma just didn't really get going at any point. I mean, they went up for a bit and then they kind of fell apart here. We're going to see the atmosphere recover overnight. And then as we get into the following day, that's when things kind of pick up again. A lot of instability available, but it's the same old song and dance for this time of year in the summertime. This is nothing that I wouldn't have expected to see, truthfully. As far as our low-level shear is concerned, looking at the bulk shear for the rest of the night. It's that point of confluence that you were talking about earlier, Mama G, that actually seems like it has the best chance to do anything as we get later into the evening. We can see that this area kind of expands a little further off towards the east, but I would expect damaging winds to be the main threat at this point now. Looks like they did extend that tornado warning. Hail size is dropping with it as well, by the way. We'll watch this clear out. This is the threat for tomorrow that we're starting to look at. Low-level shear is going to remain minimal. So as a result, I wouldn't be as concerned with this area. Maybe over towards Oklahoma City where we would have maybe an increased threat of maybe damaging winds or a tornado or two. And we'll watch this clear out by the time we get into later in the evening. Go ahead and take a quick look at the radar over the course of the next couple days here. We get some development to pop up in the early afternoon. That final round kicks in later into the evening. This is where I think damaging wind threat might be the highest. And from that point, we'll watch that clear out and our severe weather threat over the plains drops off from there. Again, not really too concerned with the tornado threat. We'll do the SIG tour for tonight and tomorrow just for formality here. But like I said, not really much of anything going on there. And then again, same thing with tomorrow as of right now. Keep in mind that there are some mesoscale variables that we may not be able to hash out until we get to the morning or afternoon of, even before, literally hours before these storms would potentially fire. So there may be some room for changes here. Whew. We'll lastly take a look at a couple of hodographs around peak time. Yeah, the environment over towards Nebraska, not that great. Let's look over here towards Kansas. Nope. No dice. Ambition might be a problem here. That low-level shear tomorrow, not the greatest. Gonna keep things at bay. And then we're good from that point onward. Well, that's that, folks. We'll hang out for another 15, see what's going on here, and then we're probably calling it a night. There it is. Actually, we want this one over here north of Red Cloud. Yep. These storms are going to make it close to Grant. I just don't think they're maturing enough. Or not in enough time. If there was any low-level shear over there, I'm telling you, these storms would really be going crazy. Yeah. Not enough forcing, not enough low-level shear. The S and the L in slim is not there. Not where it needs to be. I think at this point I've just kind of lost it. I'm just trying my best to hang in there. The last 14 minutes. Again, thanks to all of you for tuning in up to this point, by the way. Not the most eventful night, but not every stream has to be that. We did get to see some damaging winds. We got to see some windbags, as we call them here. And also, We saw a little bit of Haboob activity here. Well, mini Haboob, but still. It's pretty cool to see. Hopefully everybody did their due diligence and stayed safe tonight so far. Hope that continues to be the case as well going forward. Nick? Okay. Where should I be looking for him on Facebook? Ah, okay. Nice. Nick D. Alright. We'll be looking out for him. Oh, snap. I didn't realize I hadn't taken off of the weather model here. That lets you know. Yeah, that lets you know where I'm at this point. Well, there's only 6 of us here. If we had like 20 or 30 or something, I would probably raid like Brady's stream or something. Ha. Yeah. I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you didn't, because that was embarrassing. Okay. So, let's take a quick look at what we got going on here. We have a new storm that's fired over here towards Akron, Colorado. This has a severe thunderstorm warning with it. This does have a tornado possible tag, so if we go further along into the evening, this might have an odd chance of trying to do a quick little thing like this did earlier. It's still trying to hold out and get its act together. The shear is not that impressive here. The gate to gate looks kind of sloppy. Then over here in this other radar, it looks even worse, if anything. So I think that tornado threat's just about all but gone. And then it's really this one that's left that we have to pay a little bit of attention to. Sterling, Colorado. Hang on. We go to the right radar site here. They're kind of on the edge of the radar right now, so I'm kind of struggling to pick which one I want, Drew. But, really, neither one of these is looking like it's great. Looking like the tornado warning is all that impressive anymore. But yeah, Sterling itself should be in the clear now, completely. In fact, you are in the clear. You're just clear. You just cleared that tornado warning polygon. You still have some rain left to go. I'll probably expect the rain to continue at least for a few more hours into the night before all is said and done. There may be a chance you might get one more severe storm. But for right now, you're catching a break. Well, yeah. It's for that one tornado warning because it was only moving at 15 miles an hour, so that's partially why that was. The storms that are moving through your area tonight are very slow. So while the threat of a tornado is a thing, you also might want to be watchful of any flash flooding, ponding on the roadways, etc. Because with these storms moving as slow as they are and the rain that they're still producing, that's going to be a problem. Oh, and also some hail fog. Yeah, that storm actually was producing at one point potentially up to hen egg size hail, or about 2-inch hail. So if you ended up with nickel sized hail in your area, you actually came out of that pretty good. Yeah, so yeah, you're safe for now, I would say. As of right now, there are no new severe thunderstorms or anything off to your southwest directly, or that's going to directly impact you. These areas, this one right here is the only one that I would keep an eye on, but I wouldn't be too concerned with that. Yeah, if there's any more high winds that kick in, yeah, they could knock some trees down. That too. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to go to... Glad to meet you, Big Drew, but I'm probably going to have to go to bed in a couple minutes because I got to get ready for work in the morning. And and it feels like I'm trying to get sick too. Oh, not a problem. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, because I'm probably going to go to bed. The last thing I need to do is have myself get sick. This is actually getting its act together a little bit more. Like I said, this is still something we might need to watch as we go later into the evening. I actually remember that. Yeah, no, you had a pretty rough stretch in like early May. A lot was going on with you at the time. With you and the whole family. I was just like, dang, man. Yeah, I was just like, wish y'all could catch a break, man. Sheesh. I'm glad things are getting better now. I've certainly been there. Alright, guys. I'm gonna call this one a night. I'm gonna try to get ready for work tomorrow. We'll have a video out tomorrow at the very least. Don't think we're gonna be going live, but we'll see how it goes, because originally we weren't even planning to go live tonight, but in the end I'm glad we did. We'll be a little bit smoother in the next live stream. Try to get back into the swing of things and try to improve from there. But thank you all for tuning in. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your night. Hope to see you tomorrow. Until then, take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.